So the legacy build videos have stopped. Here's why. For almost the past 2 years, we've been making construction, demolition, all the type of videos here. But honestly, over the past few weeks, they kind of just stopped. We're playing the waiting game right now. We're waiting for reptile enclosures to be built and shipped over and put together and all that. And then we're also waiting for Alex and his team to come back and to finish up some stuff like the shark tank. So what exactly are we waiting for? First thing that we're waiting for is the bow front tank. This will be set over there. Honestly, I think there's like an S tank. Until this is set, that tank can't get set. Pretty much nothing else can get set. Alex has that back at his shop, back at his home base that he's working on. And once that's done and a couple other tanks are done, the orchestra can begin again. And the biggest, most expensive tank of all, our shark tank. Now, the shark tank can't be done either. We don't want to send them back and forward. So Alex is gonna do everything in one trip. Those things are gonna get set. This is gonna get set. We're waiting for the actual stuff that seals these two together. And of course, it is Italian. It's the long travel and all the stuff that holds it up, laws and customs and all that jazz. But the good news is when Alex comes back, he's gonna be here for a few weeks and pretty much this entire side will be done. Everything will be set. Reef tank, boat tank, all the tanks. And that means that we can actually start working on doing the floors for the final time. But not everything has stopped. Look at this. Okay, the other one had an automatic light. I guess they're still working on that. Check this one out. Whoa! In the woman's bathroom. Don't tell. Wow. I've never been in this far. Ooh.
This is beautiful.
It's really pretty. I like the tile that it has. Ooh, it's modernistic for poopers. Quality.
We're feeding bugs today.
I'm so caffeinated right now.
Put the Celsius down, Mike. We got some serious work to do. Collared lizards. Actually, we've never filmed us feeding these guys. They get tiny, tiny, tiny little foods. The general rule of thumb is usually you don't want to feed them anything bigger than like the space between their eyes, right, Mike?
Yeah. That's a good
So we got some medium roaches, small roaches. Wow, this sounds so much better in my head and then I go to talk and I'm like, wow. No, but like they'll eat mealworms. They'll even eat like salads. Order a large variety of insects because we want our animals to have a varied diet, different kinds of protein items. Isn't that right, Mike?
Where's the boy?
I don't know. This happens a lot. I think he goes under this rock.
What's his name again?
His name is Mateo.
Mateo!
Look at this. Stingray's filled up and it's not leaking. That's a great thing. All the things that are filled up are nice and holding water, which is beautiful. So we have to restart the leaching process and then themers have to come back out as well. So there's a lot of stuff to wait for. But pretty much once this stuff's done, we should be opening up soon. Look at the top of this bridge tank right here. Last couple times Alex and everyone's been here working on it to kind of polish it, buff it out. But I think next time that they're coming here, they're gonna do that massive job. It's a lot harder than it actually looks. It's gonna take a long time to get it lifted up here and set properly. Of course, it has to be seamed and stuff too. You can't just put it on nothing. There's gonna be water flowing through that. So it's a massive job, but once that's actually up there, it's gonna transform the look of this entire place and really bring it all together. I cannot wait. So that's pretty cool, guys. Honestly, it kind of seems like a lot, but it's not. It's not. There's a few things that need to be done, plus filtration. Honestly, this whole aquarium side pretty much is done. And we're out of the water with that one. And this side's coming together nicely. This tank's already leached, just needs to be cleaned out. This one's been leaching for months and that top layer, that's nasty. It needs to be drained and then cleaned out. Obviously, we're gonna make a beautiful moss wall right here that's gonna take some time. There's another tank going right there as well. Don't know what that is, but I know it's going there, I'm pretty sure. And the double okay, there's still a lot to do. Trying to stay positive. Ooh, it's a dark room in here. Ooh. We're still waiting for the acrylic cylinders for the glow tank. So we can't really do much in here until that happens. Don't know when that's arriving.
So listen guys, honestly, up until this project, the most chaotic and crazy build that we ever did was really 2.0, which for the most part was taking over a tattoo shop and adding a couple rooms in there. But other than that, it was, it was a pretty simple build. It was mostly getting the enclosures in, setting them up, and we were good to go. This, however, is a much different monster. I mean, we're taking a 40, 50-year-old grocery store and converting it into a modern day aquarium and reptile zoo. No one really has done this. There's not really like a rule book or a playbook of how long everything should take. Most of the time, if you were to ask how long it should take, that's like best case scenario. Nothing's best case scenario, obviously. Yes, this is a crazy build. Yes, if Brian was here right now, he'd probably be pulling his hair out. But we will get through this. We will open the legacy, and it's gonna be such an amazing day when we get to that because of all this extra hard work that we've had to put in. So I know it's been a little bit of a break from the progress, which doesn't only sting for you guys, it stings for us. Like, I love seeing this place get done. It makes me feel good for Brian. We're excited to jump back on the horse, hopefully here in a week and a half tops. We're gonna get back into some heavy build videos, some huge progress will be made, and we'll all be smiling. So thank you so much for sticking with us, because it's been a crazy one for sure.
So these green tree monitors are doing really great. When I started here, they actually like would not take from the tongs. The female is definitely a lot less skittish than, as I scare him away. So this is a female down here. You can tell because she's just like a lot smaller, and the male is up there. He's a little bit more like apprehensive and scared of me, but like she'll take off tongs no problem.
So cool.
And yesterday we had to leave him alone because wow. Exactly. They were mating. Yeah, they do it a lot. See, do you see that? He's so chicken. So sometimes like when that happens, if I can't get him to take off the tongs, I'll like leave a cup of in there, and they know where to go, and they'll climb down and they'll go back up. Kind of like also helps them get some exercise. Literally. Well, there you go. That's an example of how they would eat out of the cup.
S-tanks are actually at Alex's. These are S-tanks, right?
No, those are Z-tanks.
Z-tanks, S-tanks. Those, I don't know where those.
So many letters with tanks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot to keep track of. Take that back. No idea when that's coming along. Cool. Remember the video when we actually put the universal rock on these walls? There's still a lot of steaming and touching up and cutting and trimming to be done before these mammal rooms are even done. But it's nice that we at least got it started, and we're one step closer to mammal rooms being done. That's cool. Now this is the big freshwater predator. This is one of the first tanks that we actually put water in. It filled up, it held water the entire time, which is absolutely beautiful. Now, pretty sure all we have to do is kind of just clean it up a little bit, get this sucker ready for open. And if you guys remember, Jessica and the crew actually kind of planted this out slightly and cleaned it up and stuff like that. Still some work to do. But there's one problem. Look at all these tanks. You see all these? This one took hours and hours to do, and it's not even finished yet. So this is where you come in. We actually are gonna need your help if you're so lucky and want to volunteer your time to come here and help us clean each individual so that we can actually start planting it out and getting all these look pretty, so that we're not just wasting time waiting for tanks to arrive. And honestly, probably one of the biggest problems we're facing right now, actual enclosures not being here. They're just like over there. You can't set certain tanks until we have certain tanks. Same kind of premise applies here. We have all this open space because there's some massive enclosures coming that need to come through and be set in certain spots. Ivy, Elvis, I mean, they're mammoth cages. Salt and pepper as well. We're kind of at a standstill, but that's, again, reiterating, you can come here, you can come help us clean at least, so at least we're not wasting a bunch of time. So as you can see, there's a few reasons why the construction videos / building videos have slowed down a little bit. We're kind of at a standstill, and it kind of just trickle down, so we're kind of paused right now. But the good news is that once we get those aquariums over there, a couple cool little tanks over here, cross finger that happens soon, then things will really start flying together, which is awesome. A couple more jobs that we have to do is, of course, the Matilda and Capybara room, the tortoise enclosure. I mean, it's gonna be really big. And then we got the party room as well. Big jobs can't start until we get some of those enclosures that we're talking about. A little bit of a waiting game, but cross our fingers, happens soon.
Oh, someone's ready.
So this is Cowboy, our Savannah monitor that we got from Jay and Melissa.
Savannah monitors. We've talked about it in the past, but Savannah monitors are actually notorious and mainly a insectivore versus a carnivore. So as you can see, he loves roaches. They're very fat, juicy little gushers.
And he'll, like, same with all the other animals, we
Don't
rotate.
you even think about it, dude.
We'll rotate out like what he eats. Some other things like I'll give him is like rarely he'll get like some eggs. He can eat quail eggs, do earthworms, super worms. I tried crickets a few times. I have to sit around and see like, is he actually catching them? But like we just got him, so we're still learning things about him. And he also, another thing about this, guys, because they're such like large animals, but they only eat insects, he has to eat a lot of insects.
Yeah, it's like Mike can eat a whole pizza or I can eat a slice, but it don't fill me up.
Nobody would have expected that this would actually have taken so long. It's silly to say, but I think we as humans kind of just are like, oh, everything's gonna go bang, 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 perfect, we'll be open, no problem. And it's not that they're necessarily big problems. They're massive projects that takes lots of time to build. There's not necessarily anything going wrong, it's just time consuming, and a couple weeks adds up when you're piling weeks on weeks on weeks. I mean, there's only 52 weeks in a year, a couple weeks. It goes by fast. I wonder what my dad would be thinking right now. I don't even know. Definitely be having anxiety. That's for sure. I wonder what he would be doing to try to speed up the process as much as possible. Definitely something that we miss around here, having his brain, having his mind. It's a huge commodity that we lost, and we're all going to be mourning for for a very long time. Gonna be grieving that loss. That was a very special brain, and we could use it right now. Especially, this was his dream, you know? And nobody knows how to put your own dream together better than yourself. So it's crappy, of course, but here we are. We're gonna figure it out, and we're chugging along. We're doing the best that we can, and please drop a comment down below. Click that link, send that email, and help us out, would you?
Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.